Hey everyone, welcome to Life Untapped. I'm your host, Ivany Villalobos, here at Punchbowl Social in the Maker's Quarter in San Diego, California. Now join us as we tap into the latest trends, explore lifestyles, and as always, get you in the know. We'll cover all this plus more right here on Life Untapped. So we all know Las Vegas has a lot to offer, and it's primarily known, of course, for its gambling, fine dining, and of course, the nightlife. But a new card's been dealt into the game, and that's the fast-growing craft beer industry. Big Dog Breweries was one of the first on the scene, and is proud to be a pioneer in the Silver State.
We're here at Big Dog's Brewing Company. We've been part of Las Vegas since 1993.
Las Vegas Boulevard in Sahara was the holy cow. And as a kid, you're not thinking beer, but you're thinking that big cow that was outside. They got their start in 1993, the original brewery in the city.
Our founding owner, Tom Wiesner, he grew up in Wisconsin, and noticed how brew pubs and breweries were there and how tied they were to the community. So back in the early 90s, coming here to Vegas, he wanted something like that. And then from 2002, he then made the final decision to say, like, hey, let's move the brewing operations to its current location here.
At the time, also, the founder of Big Dogs, Tom Wiesner, had passed away. And so his son, Kurt, had continued the company and then switched the name from Holy Cow to Big Dogs because his dad was known as the Big Dog.
I mean, you gotta think, the Draft House has been here for 30 years, and we've been in the brewing industry for over 25 years. So the type of patrons that come here are like several generations.
You talk to people that came here, for breakfast and lunch as kids and remember, watching Packer games here.
It's really cool to see that there's a lot of community ties to the Draft House and to Big Dog's Brewing Company in whole.
They love great beer, and we're always just trying to brew with our patrons in mind.
We've consistently won awards at some of the biggest national and world competitions.
Not only at the Great American Beer Festival, which really for American brewers is the most important awards that you can win.
We've won World Beer Cup golds, so saying basically the best beer brewed in the world for 2 years. So it's the Olympics of beer.
And then in 2016 and 2017, we won a bronze for the Belgian style triple and then a gold for the Belgian style triple. So to win an award for the same beer 2 consecutive years was phenomenal.
Red Hydrant is probably our most award-winning beer, easily. I mean, we've won several medals for that beer.
So when you walk into Big Dogs, you can get great food 24 hours a day, and you can get fresh beer. If you come in, people are going to remember you and know your name. And we have great comfort food and great beer here.
We're always constantly searching for what's available to us and what's the best ingredient available to us. So from hops to barley to, I mean, you name it. Even certain brewing equipment that can help us, produce better beer. We're always looking at stuff like that.
So Big Dogs, we're really fortunate that the community supports us so much, and our growth is really based on the Las Vegas locals demanding our beer and drinking more of our beer. And we just continue to grow, and we hope that they continue to support us.
Hi, I'm Carrie, General Manager at Viewpoint Brewing in Del Mar, California. I'm here today to talk about beer for wine lovers. Here at Viewpoint, we're obviously all about house brewed beers. And with 20 beers on tap, we certainly have something for everyone. And we know that there are wine lovers everywhere. For my white wine lovers, I would suggest a blonde pale ale. It's light, clean, crisp, refreshing, very easy on the palate. For my rosé fans, I would try a spicy single hop, single malt saison. It's also a great beer for my champagne fans. And then for red wine lovers, I would try a more robust, full-bodied brown or even a bourbon barrel aged stout. And if you're adventurous, I would try all 3 in a flight. Next time you're at a brewery, don't be afraid to try a beer. You might surprise yourself. Cheers to beers.
From hot shaves to clean fades, find out how this barbershop is taking you back in time for a unique experience. And what could be more fun than horsing around with gigantic, earth-moving machines? Coming up on Life Untapped. It's Movember, and it's that time of year again where men grow out their mustache, all in an effort to bring awareness to men's health issues such as cancer and suicide prevention. So what better place to show that facial hair some love than at Mr. Brown's Barbershop, which offers a unique gentleman's experience.
Mr. Brown's is a recreation of like a 1920s, 30s set themed barbershop. Specialize in doing haircuts, cuts and shaves, and working on facial hair, beards, etc. So essentially we're just like a full-service men's grooming barbershop.
I've been coming to Mr. Brown's Barbershop for about 5 years now, and I was blown away from the first time I came in here. The aesthetics are obviously really impressive, but the thing that really separates this place from other barbershop experiences I've had is probably the customer service.
We literally care from A to Z, the second you walk in to the second that you leave, you know. Were you treated right? Was it warm enough? Was it cold enough? You know, was it the right beverage? Was it the right words that we used?
All right, Brian, let's get you started over here. What are we gonna do today?
And ultimately, you know, getting the customer to get out of that chair and like look in the mirror and be like, wow, this is awesome. Everything in this building has been custom designed. You know, from the barber stations to the barber chairs being restored from the 20s. And essentially these chairs were used in the 20s not only for barbering, they were used for dentistry and surgery as well. So they're all almost, I'd say, between 90 to 100 years old.
The chrome, the white porcelain, like they're beautiful. They're works of art.
Everything is art in here. But I think the main art is really coming from the recreation of these barbers, you know? I mean, these guys are artists.
I haven't shaved my face in about 5 years. This is all, you know, lined up by one of the great barbers here.
Instagram is being, you know, is a massive tool for these barbers. People are going onto the website and they're identifying their selection of barber based on the barber's Instagram haircut. So they're kind of seeing what they're doing and kind of, you know, maybe they pick a haircut from the Instagram of the barber and using that as their tool. A lot of people can kind of get intimidated by, you know, such a space as this, and we just try to, you know, try to make people feel at home.
I would tell somebody that walked in here for the first time, get past the first 4 steps. You know, you might walk in the first 2 or 3 steps, you're like, okay, I don't know if this is for me. But once you really get in a little bit more, somebody's gonna say hi to you, you know, Lee or Laura at the front desk is gonna greet you and, you know, offer you a beverage and talk to you and just, you know, see how you're doing. And I think very quickly, the intimidation that you may feel will melt away because it's really, everybody here is really nice. And again, they just want you to enjoy your time while you're in the shop.
So yeah, come on down, let's pick you the right barber, let's get you a beverage, let's get you part of this culture.
Today we're going to live every child's fantasy. We get to operate some heavy equipment at Dig This right here in Las Vegas. So I'm thinking of being a kid again and operating this heavy equipment, and I'm all smiles on the inside. I just don't want to break it. I know I could drive a Subaru. It feels like you're at the carnival. That was a blast. I still feel like I'm about 7 years old right now, and it was amazing.
It's a superstition that turned into a holiday for ink lovers. And learn why Mezcal is becoming a popular spirit next on Life Untapped.
right connection can open a world of curiosity for your child. With Cox, families that have a K-12 student and receive government assistance could qualify for low-cost home internet with Wi-Fi. That means more learning and more achieving. Qualify now. It's time to connect with Cox.
Historically, Friday the 13th has been considered a day of bad luck, just like walking under a ladder or crossing paths with the black cat. But for tattoo parlors and enthusiasts, Friday the 13th is actually quite the opposite. It's more of a tattoo holiday.
I never get to do flash designs or small tattoos anymore. I'm usually working on back pieces, sleeves, legs, and large tattoos. I'm working on my clients, which I love to death. Can I look at the camera? I love you all. So when I do Friday the 13th, I get to start and finish multiple tattoos in the same day. Friday the 13th is an event that myself, this shop, and a lot of other tattoo shops do. We look at it as we'd like to give back to the people, and especially back to our local community. We've got small, medium, and large tattoos. Every artist designs a custom flash sheet, which are all the designs for the event. We have probably over 300 designs to choose from, rather than 12 designs.
It's actually $13 for the smallest one, then it's like $31, then $66 for a pretty good one.
I'm just here for the cheap tattoo, honestly.
I mean, I ain't never heard of any prices like this before, man. You know, I had to come try it out.
We like to cater to the people and ask them what they're looking for, what they want. This year we actually went on social media and told them, look, if you have a design that you want to bring in, or a design that you have an idea of, and if we can design it less than 5 minutes, we'd be more than happy to do it. We got overwhelmed with requests, so all the artists here, they actually did all the requests.
I'm getting a Sharingan from Naruto. Yeah.
I'm gonna get palm trees because it represents San Diego, California.
I haven't gotten a small tattoo before, so I wanted to take this opportunity to get one here.
This was my last year's Friday the 13th tattoo. I think they're doing this one again this year.
We have been doing some photorealistic miniature portraits of like original Frankenstein and original Bride of Frankenstein and Jekyll and Hyde. The other designs that previous artists that have designed have been Japanese anime, of course, Bad Luck, Good Luck, Friday 13th themed. One of my artists, Bill, he loves to do fish, so he's doing a lot of big custom fish. This morning, my first 2 clients, they got matching full moons because they were getting married today. So the fact that they came into my shop, they came in at Eden Tattoo to get tattooed right before they got married on Friday the 13th, that was amazing to me.
Eden's so good. They brought us pizza and donuts. Hey, you know, what beats that?
Free pizza, let's go.
This year we're sponsored by San Diego's Finest Donuts and Bakery. We're also sponsored by The Friendly Pizza and More. And they've been kind enough to drop off 300 donuts and 30 pies of pizza for, again, not just for us, but for everybody that's here. We try not to look at our clients as a number or treat them like a number. We treat each individual, whether it's a small tattoo or a full back piece, it means the same to the client. Here at Eden Tattoo, that's very important to us. And we want them to leave happy no matter what. Come in early, come in hungry, be patient, and you'll leave very happy and very full and very content.
We're in Old Town San Diego, here in Tahona Bar. With us today is Steven Sodry, part owner. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
And if you've been looking to tap into Mezcal, he's the guy.
I appreciate it, thank you.
Of course, so tell us a little bit more about the Mezcal tastings and what's it all about?
Definitely, yeah. So for here at Tahona Bar, really the main focus for us is agave spirits and really specifically Mezcal. We really here at Tahona believe that it's the most complex spirit in the world, and so we really felt that we needed a tasting room to really help showcase how complex and diverse it can be, because there's just so many different flavors like herbaceousness, mintiness, woody notes. I can just keep going on and on. So really the tasting here is let's put 4 side by side and really just dive into the history behind Mezcal, the brands, the families that produce it, the different notes, how the terroir can really come out and express all these different notes.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. And aside from the tasting of each, we get a little bit of history during these tastings, right?
Definitely.
So not only are you a mezcal tasting bar, but you're also a restaurant. So what's some of the favorites here from people?
I mean, I have to say, I have probably like 5 of these a week. It would be the camarones a diabla. It's a perfectly spiced diabla sauce, some melted cheese on a tortilla, some pickled red onions, and we just cook the shrimp perfectly on there.
Delicious. All right, so I want to go back to the mezcal, because what is something that a lot of people get from who maybe they're uncomfortable with the whole mezcal? What's something that you would recommend to someone coming in fresh?
Yeah, I think it's really important to have somebody there that can really walk you through the process, because it's been such a long time since we've had something that's so intense and complex that sometimes we don't really have the words to kind of describe what we're tasting. And so I think it really helps to have somebody there, just like you would as a som, walking you through different wine varietals, can really teach you the nuances of what's going on in there, and that can really help you to identify the different flavors.
All right, Steven, it was a pleasure. Thank you so much. Where can one learn more about mezcal?
Best place would be at Tohono Mezcal on Instagram or at tohonobar.com.
All right, sounds good. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
It's perhaps the most famous regional style of hot dog on the East Coast, and it's the newest trend in super Eater-Tainment. You're watching Life Untapped. Bowling is considered one of America's beloved pastimes. Another American favorite are the hot dogs, with each region having their own style. There's the Chicago dog, the Cleveland Polish boy, but then there's a New York system, which interestingly is not in New York, but in Rhode Island.
Greg Stevens, 4th generation owner of Olneyville, New York system in Providence, Rhode Island. Everyone knows hot dogs all over the country. In Rhode Island, we call them hot wieners. Every corner of this country seems to have a local favorite way to prepare hot dogs. For Georgia, they put coleslaw on them. In some parts of the country, they put sauerkraut. And in Rhode Island, we're known for hot wieners with the mustard, meat sauce, onion, and celery. If you come in and ask for sauerkraut, we don't have it. Coleslaw, we definitely don't have it. And it's a regional thing that generations have grown up to know here in Rhode Island. The origin of coffee milk is not truly known, but we've grown up with it as a common drink. And when you mix it together with hot wieners, it seems odd to some people from other parts of the country, but it's become synonymous with what we're used to. Hot wieners, coffee milk. When I received the call about the James Beard Award, I was pretty taken back. And it truly is a tribute to our dad, who passed away 2 years ago, because he worked here for so many years and so many long hours, and he kept the tradition going. So we feel it's truly a tribute to him. It also has a lot to do with our employees, most of which have been here more than 15 years, almost all of them. And I think I give them credit as well, because it adds to the character of this place.
Cleveland, you came all this way for a dog? That's a good man.
Hi, my name is Nicholas Barrows, and I've been here 14 years.
I've been here since 1979, 33 years.
We truly work at keeping this place the same. When people come here, they know what they're going to get. Stories about this place, I could go on and on through my 40 years here.
We had a star coming here called Sherman Hemsley. I think it was like moving on up. He come in with his bodyguard, and we were telling a joke. 2 weeks later, he goes on national TV, told the same joke that we said in here.
We have a customer that comes in here. He used to come in every day with his uncle for years, and his uncle passed away. So every time he walks in here, he orders 4 dogs, puts 3 on a plate, and 1 by itself, and leaves it there. And then when he finishes eating, he leaves, but that wiener is for his uncle.
Oh yeah, you did.
The best one has to be, and it happens more than a few times, is an airport taxi will pull up. This big guy jumps out, he comes to the bar here, and he orders 4 all the way and a coffee milk, and as he's eating, he's telling us, I'm on my way to see my mother. I haven't seen her in 10 years, but I had to stop here first to have hot wieners before he saw his mother.
All right, welcome back, everyone. We're at Punchbowl Social again, here with Brian, the general manager. Brian, thank you for hanging out with us today.
Oh, you're very, very welcome. It's actually our pleasure.
Yes, thank you. So as soon as I walked in, I noticed that there's so many things to do here. You have to explain what's there to offer. What can I do here for fun?
We have a million things to do here. That's the beauty of a Punchbowl Social. There's just so much to do. We have things that little kids can do, and we have things that grown people can do as well. We have everything from bowling to bocce ball to cornhole, ping pong, 3 state-of-the-art karaoke rooms in this particular location, yes. So tons to do. If you want to get a little loose, we have an amazing selection of craft cocktails. Everything is just built with love and fresh ingredients. Our food is all made from from scratch kitchen. Everything is prepared in-house. And you can just tell from the food here that it's made very, very much so with love and intended to speak to our guests in a way that most food in other places can't really speak to you. So
yeah,
it's amazing.
It. So like this punch bowl right here, obviously it's in the name, Punchbowl Social. Absolutely. We get a little punch drink, and then this, what is this? So this looks amazing.
Yeah, these are our cauliflower nachos. There's real cauliflower in there, so it's actually a pretty good, healthier option compared to your beef and your chicken. If you want to get that, you're more than welcome to. We have Fresnos in there to give a little kick. We have our cilantro crema there that just makes it over the top with some freshness. And then we have our chicken and waffles here, which is an absolute showstopper. When that comes walking out, you just can't beat it. And then to our feature punch here, which every punch bowl has, and this is our Hayride Hooch with some whiskey in there, some bourbon rye.
Yeah, nice.
Cheers to you on that.
So let's cheers to that.
Awesome.
Brian, thank you so much for joining us today.
You're very welcome.
It's been amazing. I'm gonna go do some karaoke. And again, of course, you can watch us on Life Untapped. This was Life Untapped here at Punchbowl Social. We'll catch you next time. Follow us on Instagram at Life Untapped for all the latest craze and lifestyle trends.